everyone, welcome to another episode of The Naked Truth. I'm Trisha Hershberger and I'm vlogging naked. Naked time, naked time. I don't have an intro yet, so I feel like maybe I should make one up. If you can think of a good one, please let me know, because otherwise I'm just going to sit here going, naked time, it's fun to get naked, which is horrible. And not that it's horrible to get naked, it's a horrible song that I'm making about getting naked. But anyway, let's jump right into it. I wanted to thank the bajillion people that sent naked vlogs last week. Last week I did the Naked Truth on college. Is it right for you? And I got naked vlogs from Tori, Nick, Aaron, Trey, who says he can help people get scholarships. There's a link to his video below. Jacob, Maddie Mo, Donnie, Andy, Davey, and Jonathan. So those of you who said you wanted me to share the link to your Naked Truth video, I've got that down in the description below this video. Not down in anything below this frame. No. And some of the comments I really liked from last week's Naked Truth where Julio Sanchez brought up a really good point that I didn't mention. He said, "Hey Trisha, I'd like to start out and say that I'm a huge fan." Thank you. Your videos are great. I always look forward to them. I'm 19 years old and I chose not to go to college. Instead, I chose to join the military straight out of high school at 18. My job is security forces, military police in the Air Force. I just couldn't think of spending a lot more years sitting in a classroom. I wanted to do something that was bigger than myself. And I can honestly say that it was the best decision I've made. And he goes on to talk about that for a little bit, but I just wanted to say, you know, that was something that I didn't mention in like the options and things you can do to discover who you are, and that's an awesome option. So please keep that in mind. Another comment from that video was, "You should get a better camera." I know, I'm aware of that right now. I also know that I need some better lighting and a whole new setup, which I'm saving up for. And if you want to help out with that, my poster on forhumanpeoples.com of this picture right here, and it'll say Trisha Hershberger at the top. You can get that at forhumanpeoples.com, and I do make a cut of that, so that helps, and I'm taking everything from that poster and putting it directly into the show. It's available signed and unsigned, and I do sign all of them myself by hand. It's not like a printed signature, and I try to write something fun and different on each one. So if you're not a poster person, feel free to tell any of your friends, or, you know, just kind of spread the word about it, because again, every little bit is being put right back into this show. So this week, I had some comments I saw in other videos that inspired this week's topic. Savannah Forrest said, linking up to the video I did on acting, how do you deal with rejection and failure? I know actors sometimes get rejected on a daily basis with all their auditions. How do you stay motivated and positive? And then Arian also asked me, how do you handle criticism? And I feel like these two really go hand in hand, because yes, as an actor, you're constantly told that you're not good enough. I had, when I first got out to LA, I went to see a pretty big agent. I had an appointment, and I went in and sat down and talked to the agent, and he said, you know, the camera is a curved lens and it makes everything look wider, and I'm worried that your face and your head are going to look too wide on camera, which, hearing that you're a fat head doesn't make you feel good about yourself. And I mean, he tried to say it nicely, like, you know, well, if it looks like it does in person on camera, then we're okay, but I'm just worried it's going to look wider. And then he proceeded to follow that up with, but would you like to grab dinner tonight? What is wrong with you, sir? Telling a lady that she has a fat head is not usually a good way to flirt. So I declined his dinner invitation, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, you get that pretty much at every audition. You don't know if it's because your nose was too big, if your ears stuck out too much or not enough, if your voice sounded funny is one that I hear pretty often, or if you had just a little bit of a dialect and they didn't want that, or they wanted a dialect and you didn't have one enough. You're constantly getting rejected for things. But I would say, as an actor, as much as I used to get sensitive about that rejection, now I don't at all, because YouTube criticism, which this is how it bleeds into Arian's comment, YouTube criticism is way worse, because at least rejection as an actor is given to you a little bit with a grain of salt. Like, someone has to say it to your face, like how that agent was like, well, you know, if you look like you do now, it's not a problem. They try to at least be nice about it. YouTube criticism is not usually nice at all. It's usually very, I'm going to say something horrible because I want to, and I'm angry, rawr. And I guess the way that I deal with that is I just try to remember that you know, whatever this person is angry about, they're obviously angry at more things in their life than just me. Because there's no way that they could watch a 2 or 3 minute video with me in it and think that I'm a stupid whore and my whole family should die. Which, you know, that's the kind of comments that people leave. You've seen them, you're on YouTube. So again, that's a lot harder to handle. Like, when I get, like, I consider criticism and rejection kind of the same thing on, like, a lot of the tech videos that I do, for example. You either get the people that, you know, I'm just a dumb girl who's reading off a prompter, which makes me feel really angry because I put a lot of time and research into writing those pieces. And yes, I read them off a prompter, but I write them and then I put them on that prompter. Or conversely, when you get the people that are, you know, this one fact is wrong, so she obviously doesn't know anything. And what I want to say is, if you add up all the minutes of videos I've done, if I have 0.25%, and that's not 25%, that's 0.25% of things that I may not word exactly the way someone else wants me to word them, I'm human. I don't have a team of writers writing for me, so that just proves that I do it myself. And how do I handle that criticism? I try to move on, and I try to keep thinking, you know, if I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm staying true to me and I'm staying true to what I want to put out there, that eventually people will, you know, understand where I'm coming from. And if not, they'll move on. So I try to think about that. Just recently I had a little bit of a freak out because I had to check my credit score for something, and I'm a little ridiculous when it comes to being a perfectionist about things. And one of my credit score, like, you know, there's 3 different credit scores. One of my credit scores companies said I was a B rating, like on a report card scale. And I was so mad that I wasn't an A because I try so hard. And, you know, criticism is one thing when you know you didn't really give it your best, and someone gives you criticism and you say, great, thank you, I can work with that. But when you really put your heart and soul into something, like, I really pay all my bills on time. I'm very on top of that stuff. For someone to critique you and say it's still not good, which a B is good. I'm just a little neurotic when it comes to that stuff. I freaked out, and, you know, when it's criticism that's beyond your control, it's so frustrating. And time heals all wounds, and you just kind of have to move on and get past it. But it's hard. I say, you know, just surround yourself with people that love you, and I know that's kind of my solution for a lot of things. And if you don't have anyone around, then look in the mirror and tell yourself, you know, you're doing a great job. Or if you didn't do the best job, you know, you did the best job that you can give today. And that's all the world can ask of you. That's all anyone can ask of you. So haters gonna hate, let the trolls do what they want to do. But, you know, rejection and criticism, take it and take what you can from it to make you stronger. And the part that's just trying to tear you down, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. It's trash, and it's not good. And, one thing I'll say about taking rejection and criticism and using it for positive, and this is a little scary for me to talk about because I didn't know that I was ever going to bring this up on here, but I started doing these Naked Truth vlogs. You know, I was thinking about vlogging for a while and what I wanted to do with my personal channel for a while. And really what kind of lit a fire under my butt was, this is so dumb, but there was a Reddit survey asking all these questions about what's your favorite show on Source About, who's your favorite host, who's your least favorite host. And I was voted least favorite host. And I know that sounds stupid because I work with amazingly talented people. But the fact that, you know, I was like, wow, I've been pouring my heart and soul into this 40 plus hours a week for the past 2 years. And, you know, I'm feeling all of this, you know, I'm like, to me, I read it as the most hated host. And it made me upset. And, you know, I let it tear me down a little bit. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to stick true to myself and to what I always believe, and I'm going to keep doing me. And the best way for me to do me is to do something on my own channel. And that kind of led me into, you know, how can I be the most me possible? Well, while I'm naked with no makeup on, and that's just me. And either the world will accept it or they won't. So I encourage all of you to just go out there and not necessarily be naked everywhere you go, but be you and put that out there. And it will come back because it has to. That's how this world works. We're made up of all different types of people, and people critique other people to make themselves feel better, and people, you know, reject other people naturally in this world. That's how challenges come your way. But use them or lose them. Use them or forget them and move on. So that's it for this week's Naked Truth. Whew, I went deeper there than I thought I was going to. But I hope that it helped. And in the comment section down below, let everybody know how you handle criticism and how you handle rejection on a daily basis. And yeah, if you want to send me a naked vlog as a response, please just let me know if you want me to include a link to it in the description so other people can see it, or if you just rather it be private. I get a lot of those too. And that's completely fine as well. If you are under 18 and you want to make a naked vlog, ask your parents first so they don't walk in on you and think you're doing some weird sexy time stuff. And yeah, please, if you can, spread the word about my poster. The more that I can sell of them, the more is going into this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and share it with your friends so that more people can be themselves and naked on the internet. I'm Trisha Hershberger, and I'll see you next week.